Hey everyone, Iros here, welcome back to a brand new Tarisland video. Now guys, Tarisland is literally less than 3 weeks away from its global launch, and with that said, I thought it would be a good idea to do a video about 5 features in the game that are absolutely amazing, so that if you haven't played any of the closed beta tests or you're looking forward to it coming, you get some idea of some of the cool features which are in the game right now. So without further ado guys, if you would leave a like down below, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. I'm going to go through these right now. Now all of this footage is from the technical beta test that I live streamed each day of it not so long ago. If you can't find one of the live streams on my channel, it's because it's on a different channel, but I did do all these different days. So anyway, let's get straight into number one. So guys, number one is bot fill dungeons. Now, don't get this wrong guys, it's not going to be every single dungeon you go into is bots. Bear in mind that when I was live streaming the technical beta test, there was limited amount of players in the game at any given time. Some are different regions and stuff. But this is a cool feature, especially for newer players. Now, when you queue up for a dungeon, it'll automatically search for other players. Obviously, that's a given. But if there's no other players queuing for the dungeon, I've seen on other games where I've been waiting literally up to an hour to find a queue into a dungeon, and then someone leaves or disconnects and it just wastes your time. But Tarisland has this cool feature where if it can't find any players in the queue, it will auto-match you with bots. Now, everybody I've seen in my team right now in this dungeon in the background is a bot. It's an AI, and they're not stupid. They'll do the dungeon mechanics. They know their way around. They know about pulling and stuff. So if you're not a tank, the tank AI knows how to pull mobs and how many to pull, and it'll keep aggro and stuff off you. The healer one's quite decent. It'll know when to heal you and when not to heal you and stuff like that. And it's just for newer players coming into the game. Maybe it's not at high level or stuff like that, but low level specifically, it's a good feature because it means that you're always going to be able to do the dungeons that you need to do. Sometimes you get quests to do them, you get challenges, or you just want to do your daily dungeon or something like that, and none of your friends are online, none of your guilds online. You can't just queue up with bots. Now, you can't literally say to the dungeon queue, I want to queue with bots. If there is players available, they will pop into your party. But it's just a nice feature, I think, that really helps. It's a quality of life sort of thing. If you can't find a party, you're guaranteed to get one like this. Now, there is times what you're seeing now where sometimes the bots just sort of stand around and you have to pull for them, but the will, like I say, the tank will go take aggro straight after I've pulled this boss right now. So he's running over there now. Obviously it's not doing that much damage to us, but he's went ahead and took aggro there. So this is the boss encounter and the bots are doing their job. Next cool feature, guys, is grindable cosmetics. Now, in Tarisland, there is a lot of cosmetic sets, from armors to weapons to things that float on your head to mounts as well. That includes ground and flying mounts. Now, with exception of at least 2 in every category, everything that's cosmetic is grindable. Now, this is achieved by, well, achievements or grinding out. For instance, as a turtle mount, you grind out from fishing points. There's a PvP mount you get from PvP points, and mostly all of it is grindable. You'll get a certain achievement, I think it's early in the game, when your gear rating hits level 90, you'll get your first cosmetic set. You get another one free at level 40. It's just one of them things where you would assume all the cosmetic sets, especially the cool looking ones, will be behind a paywall, and they're not. There's a couple of really good looking ones that are behind paywalls, don't get us wrong. I don't know how much they are, I don't know how much they're going to cost, and they're not they'll probably not be cheap, but you know, they're cosmetics. A lot of games do that sort of thing, like Undawn, Life After, etc. You'll still have to pay some money for them. But the fact that you can grind a lot of these to make a character look that little bit cooler when you're standing in the town hall or you're sort of in a raid with your friends or your guildmates and stuff like that. I like the fact that a lot of these can be grinded out, and they're not relatively hard to get either. Some of them are. Obviously, you're going to need top PvP ranks for a couple of them, or dungeons and stuff like that. But I like the fact that they've added this so that you don't have to necessarily pay for everything. You can literally just spend a lot of time in the game, grind them out, and get some cool looking outfits. Number 3, guys, is spec freedom. Now, by spec, I mean your specialization on your character itself. Now, each character has 2 specializations. For instance, right now on my priest, I've got a DPS spec and I've got a healing spec. Now, you can change between these 2 at will. You get a separate talent tree for either of them, and you get separate skills. Now, when you upgrade your skills, it'll automatically upgrade for both, and of course, you set your talents for either individually. You also get different PvP specs. For instance, if you go into PvP as a DPS or a healer or a tank or whatever, you'll have different passive spells that you can put on, different active skills you can put on. But the freedom of choice of what you want to play on your character is literally as easy as opening up the skills menu and changing it then and there. Now, I think you can sort of alternate the skills themselves at higher level, but I haven't actually got that far in the game yet. But I think you do get some more skills, so you're not just spamming the same 5 or 6 every single time you play. I do think you get other ones. You also get a couple of talents that change certain spells. Like, I've got a healing spell that was sort of like a really crap sort of instant one, and I altered the talents to make it a 2-second cast, bit more powerful one. So there's numerous amounts of things you can do with the specs, but like I say, complete freedom. If you want to change to healer for the next PvP battleground, you can. If you want to go back to DPS for the next one, you can. It's that easy and simple. Right, guys, number 4 is seamless regions. Now, it was actually quite hard for me to pinpoint this exact feature in my live stream, so I've just left some dungeon healing in the background. Now, by what I mean by seamless is the fact that each region has teleporters in, and if you teleport between these points on a specific region, it's instant. There's no loading screen whatsoever. If you do change regions, like if you go from like a main city to an area, you will get a brief loading screen, but when you're in an actual regional area, there are no loading screens whatsoever. It is completely seamless open world. You don't have any interruptions. You can teleport to your heart's content. You can walk around everywhere on that regional map, and you'll not hit any loading screens unless you join a dungeon queue or you join a PvP or you teleport to the main city hub or something like that. But like I say, you can go out, do your quests and stuff. You need to go back to town or whatever in that region. You just press teleport and it'll instantly send you there with no issues whatsoever. I really like this feature because the less time I'm spending looking at a loading screen, the more time I can play. And I just think it's well done with them for actually making this a thing. So guys, number 5, I feel I've saved the best till last, which is no autoplay. Now, there's nothing I hate more in MMORPGs, specifically on mobile, is when the game plays it for you. It's like watching a cinematic unfold where it'll auto-attack, it'll auto-path to quests, it'll auto-accept, it'll auto-complete, and you're literally just staring at your phone like an idle game, just thinking, what am I doing with my time here? It's completely pointless. In Tarisland, there is literally no auto-play. There is no auto-attack, there is no auto-spells, there's no auto-potions, there's no auto-movement. To some extent, I will get into that in a minute, but everything you do in the game, you have to do yourself. You have to do fishing yourself, you have to do mining yourself, you have to do crafting yourself, all combat is yourself, PvP is yourself. You literally have to do everything yourself, which means you're always going to have something to do. Now, back to movement itself, there is a way to auto-path between quest objectives. However, it's not something you can toggle on and off in the settings. What you need to do is hit regional reputation level 3. So for instance, in this city I'm in right now, if I was reputation level 3 in this city, I would have the option to auto path between quest objectives, but it would only happen in this region. It wouldn't then transfer to a different region if I wasn't reputation level 3. So it's not something that you're going to grind like straight away. You will hit level 3 if you do a lot of quests in one area relatively easily, but it's not game breaking. It's literally just you can sort of tell your character to go to this quest giver and it'll automatically run there. But if you get attacked, it stops it anyway. So it's kind of like you have to still watch the screen. I didn't actually really use this feature, I'll be quite honest with you, because I just teleported. I went around and unlocked all the teleportation points, so I didn't really need it. But yeah, everything you do in the game is completely manual, and I do like that in an MMO. I don't like things being done for us. I don't like auto attack features where the game will play for us and automatically cast me spells, automatically cast healing potions, whatever. I like to do things myself to feel like I'm actually contributing to my time on the game. Anyway, guys, this has been 5 features that are great on Tarisland. Now, that might not be the title of the video, but it's more or less the same. And I hope you have enjoyed it. Please do leave a like down below if you have, and make sure you have subscribed to the channel. I will be live streaming this when it comes out. I'll be doing lots of videos and all that jazz. So look forward to that, hopefully, because I know I am. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. See you then.